Hey, you're probably wondering why a video is out so soon after the last one. I know, I'm surprised too. But I decided a while ago that I wanted my 10th video to be a Q&A one, so it would make sense that this ninth video is the video asking for the questions for that video. So basically this is just me completely unscripted asking you for questions for me to answer in the next video for Q&A. Don't worry, I have an actual video anime related plan to come out after that. Probably not too long after it, actually. Probably almost like a day afterwards, because I want to get this out before the next season starts. Because, well, I guess I may as well say what it is. I'm basically going to go over the season chart for next season of what shows are coming out. I'm going to go over my quick impressions of what I think for each show. I may know stuff ahead of time about some of the shows, some background information. I may have read other adaptations of them, so I can bring that to light. So it'll be kind of an interesting video to put out, especially if people don't know how to find information on shows that air for the next season. So I figured that would be a good idea to put something like that out. So, anyways, back on track for this video, though. Basically, I have no idea how this is going to go. I could get, like, you know, a bunch of people asking questions, or I could get one person asking questions. So I tried to figure out how I wanted to do this, and I've decided that, obviously the questions are open for anyone. Anyone can leave a question. You don't have to be, you know, subscribed or anything. You can come out of the woodworks out of nowhere and just ask me questions. But the way I'm going to do it is each person can only ask 3 questions, any more than that, because if I get more questions than I'm expecting and there's no limit, the video could end up being very, very long. So I wanted to kind of put a cap on that. So 3 questions each. Obviously, if you have friends, you can kind of cheat and have them ask questions for you. But that's how I want to keep it for now. Depending on how this turns out, it'll decide the rules for the next Q&A video I do, whenever that is. But who knows, maybe only one person's going to ask me questions, and it could just be one person asking one question. Maybe I won't get any questions. That would be kind of embarrassing. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm just throwing this out hoping something will happen and I don't embarrass myself. So other than that, there's not much. It's very obvious I'm not going off a script, isn't it? I say a lot of ums and ahs, and I slur my words a lot. I do a lot of editing of my own audio and videos. I should show a comparison at some point of before and after for my editing. It's pretty intense. But anyways, as I was saying before, there's not much else to add. I guess the only thing that I should mention is obviously blatantly stupid questions are going to get, you know, similar kind of answers from me. Like if you say a legitimately, you know, trolling kind of question, expect a troll answer back from me, basically. And I don't mean anything like you could ask me, you know, what my favorite color is, what my favorite type of macaroni and cheese is. Like, that's not trolling. But if it's something like, oh, you know, how many, I can't even think of a good example. Or, oh, I know. Like, what if someone's like, oh, you know, how does it feel to not have any friends? You know, like something like that. You know, that kind of question. That's gonna get a similar kind of trolling response from me. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't even faze me. If that shouldn't be obvious enough from my responses on my Tonari video, I really don't care about, you know, I almost nothing phases me. I just find it funny. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing. I'm not expecting really anyone to do that. Maybe one person who feels like a wise ass might do it, but otherwise I'm not expecting it to happen at all. So generally it's going to be a pretty straightforward Q&A if I actually get questions. So hopefully I do. Don't feel pressured to ask anything you don't have to, but you can ask me anything. Yeah, I forgot. There is actually one other limit. No personal questions. Obviously, I'd like to keep a limit of privacy to myself and, you know, my livelihood and all that jazz. So nothing too personal. There's some exceptions, like obviously something like, oh, you know, I already answered in a response to one question, but if someone says, oh, what, grade are you in, or some shit, and then I say, oh, I'm in college, like, that's fine. I don't mind that. But if it's like, where do you live? What do you look like? Like, that kind of thing, then it's going to be like, I'm not really going to answer that. I like to keep my privacy, especially online. So otherwise, that should be pretty much it. I don't think I left anything out, so hopefully, for one, what I kind of am saying in this video, and then two, you also realize why it's so important that I use a script on my other videos, because I usually tend to be very roundabout when I don't have a script, because I'm the type of person who rambles. So when I'm talking, I'm the kind of person who talks to myself. So generally what I'll do is I'll say a sentence, and then I'll pick up on one thing in something I say and go off on another tangent. And then in that tangent, I'll say something and go off on another tangent. And then it'll get to the point where I completely forgot where I started. That's how it is when I talk, whether it's to myself or if I'm recording something without a script. That's why I have to have a script. Not that I'm saying it's bad to have a script. I'm not ashamed of it at all, It's actually very important, something to have your thoughts organized if you're someone like me. In fact, it would be really bad if I didn't have a script. It would be embarrassing if I didn't. But as you can see right now, I'm going off on a tangent. So basically, ask questions for Q&A here if you have any. If not, then no big deal. You don't have to do anything at all. And you can expect my non-Q&A related video pretty soon. I should say how long people have time to ask questions. See, maybe I should have at least put a bullet point of what I should have mentioned. As for how long this is going to go for, I think I want to leave this open for questions for about 3 days after this is uploaded, I believe. I don't want to give it too much time because the next season of anime is starting pretty soon, and I want to get the other video out, right after, so I can't wait too long. So probably, I'm probably going to stick with 3 days. I was thinking of going down to 2 before, but I think 3 is fine. So you have 3 days to ask your question. 3 days to ask 3 questions. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So, that should be all. I hopefully didn't forget anything else. Even though I've said multiple times, I don't think I forgot anything else, and I just realized I forgot something. But that should be it, and I should stop talking before this video gets any longer, because this is already 8 minutes of me being ridiculous and just asking for Q&A questions. Sorry if you sat through this and are like, why the hell am I listening to this? Just ask your questions if that's what you want. just do it. Anyways, ending this here, and see you guys next video.